Well, trying to see here.
Oh yeah.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yo,
today is Thursday, November 6th, right?
November 6th.
So
Yeah.
you spoke about like the importance of having all these nonprofit organizations working together in unity.
Yeah.
What's the reason behind that? Why?
Well, right now, because you have so much going on in the city, and without collaboration and partnership, we're less effective because there's no one organization can solve all the problems.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if we work together as nonprofit organizations, boots on the ground organizations, man, we can be so impactful throughout the community. Right here in Norfolk, you have
A lot.
so many organizations. You know what I mean? And instead of undermining each other, pulling the rug from up under each other, we go ahead.
Good.
We,
Cut.
Yeah, cut. Back on frame. But instead of undermining each other, stepping on each other's toes, if I know that there's money over here for this grant, then I need to let you know,
Right.
so that you can apply for it, and I need to apply for it, and they need to apply for it. Because now if you get this grant money, I get some grant money, he gets some grant money, and we're partnering in the city. Now we're hitting spots in areas that need to be worked on, and we can referral to one another. So if Community United Focus, for example, is on the south side,
Right.
over at Diggs Park with what's her name, Sister Jasmine and them, right? And big ups to Jasmine and them out there in Diggs Park, man. They killing it, south side.
Jasmine Allen?
Nah, Jasmine Garcia.
Jasmine Garcia. Okay,
Yeah,
I do
I think
remember.
her name is Jasmine Garcia.
Mhm.
But and forgive me if I don't know your last name, Jasmine. But this
No, I remember. I actually interviewed her out there in
Right.
North. Jasmine Emily Garcia. She
Yeah.
remember. She wanted me to remember her middle name. So
Yeah.
Jasmine Emily Garcia.
and she's over there doing some wonderful work. So just imagine if I know somebody that's in that area that's struggling, I
Right.
could refer them to her. You know what I'm saying? And still be a part of helping that individual. And it doesn't take anything away from me. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's too much of that cutthroat going on. You know,
We don't need to be in competition with who we're helping.
For what?
So, but I like a couple of things you said. Number one is not only sending opportunities for granting funds or funds or attention, but also the people that need to be helped.
Exactly.
Say, look, this may be an opportunity for you to get funding. This may be
Exactly.
an opportunity for you to get attention. And
Exactly.
also, this is a person in your community that needs help.
Exactly.
Maybe you're in a better position to help. Maybe you're in a position to help in a different way than I can. That may be a good way to, I guess, concisely explain what your focus is through your organization. Which ways do you think you are in the best position to impact your community?
By being an example.
Be an
By
example.
working and doing the things we do. Community United Focus in men's group, we are all about collab.
Okay.
We all about moving as a unit. We don't mind partnerships. We love to build partnerships with all organizations. And we're about, because you got to understand, there are so many things going on in the city.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where domestic violence, sex trafficking.
And with all these areas, there's established organizations that have put in work for long periods of time.
Exactly,
They have
man.
connections. They have personal
Exactly.
stories. They have, unfortunately, have experience in some of those areas.
Exactly.
But a lot of times, these people that are specializing in these areas, they're in a better position to help those people.
Mm-hmm.
And if we come in contact with somebody that they may be able to help,
Mm-hmm.
it almost just makes more sense.
And-
To send them in that direction,
right
and
now-
maybe they find someone that's struggling with reentry into society.
And my point, because I was about to say that, like re-entry is a big issue out here. Re-entry and homelessness
Right.
is a big issue out here right now. So if we all work together to help people who are returning citizens, people who are homeless right now, and we work more in collaboration, we can get more done. If we go more with programs that will help the city to understand how they can aid us. You know what I'm saying? And we
course.
come together and we create boards amongst each other, and we get out and we do the work that, and we can get with the city and, set proposals up that they can't refuse.
And find a way to streamline your activities, make sure that they are easily understood by the people of your community, and that's how you build trust. That's how you build trust and make sure you're easily understood and you're transparent about your work.
And that's what we're all about: love. You know what I'm saying? Trust. and justice.
And here's
and
like
integrity.
and here's a hot take also. Like, you don't have to be trusted to start getting to work either way. You know, you can start working even if the community doesn't trust your intentions. Work consistently for a long period of time,
and they will build that trust.
And that's how you build trust. I'm not saying that, number one, we should deeply value trust. We should definitely work hard to attain it, but it doesn't need to be like a prerequisite for action. You can get to work before your community's behind you.
Exactly.
And that's how you get the
well,
community
you have
behind
to build that sense of security in the community. You can't just expect people in these days and time to just say, hey, I trust you. But that's why I said being an example.
Yeah.
Because before you open your mouth, the one thing people are looking at is your character.
Exactly. For sure.
And this is one of the things that we strive to instill in a lot of our mentees, is understanding the importance of having an upright character, man. Really doing the right thing.
And a consistent and upright character.
That's right.
Yeah, don't be an upstanding citizen for 11 minutes
right.
and think you're doing something.
And then you know what I'm saying, you're out doing something criminal, or out, not having the courage to tell your homeboys or your friends, like, yo, man, I ain't moving like that. Yo, I'm trying to do this.
And that,
you know what I'm saying?
And that also doesn't mean that your personality, your viewpoints, or your values won't change over time. Let them change, but make sure that they are a product of consistent and transparent work of bettering yourself. Let your values change, but make sure it's well-informed change as well.
If you're an individual pouring into the love of yourself, there's no way that you're not working on transforming your character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I know it so well, bro, because I had to work on it. I've never been a distasteful person in my character, but I've done some things in my life that I would say undermines my character.
Right.
So I had to work hard to build that, and strive to work hard to, exemplify a description of myself when I look in the mirror that I can feel good with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That I could look in at the end of the day and be like, yo, you know what? You had a good day, brother.
And you know what I really value that you're bringing attention to is not just, you haven't said the word reputation one time. A reputation is great. It's a luxury to build up. But I like that you're saying that we should build your character, because a character is something that you are entirely in control of. You can decide to be a good person. You can decide to hold true to your word, whatever you want to build up for yourself. Now, the way that the world perceives you, that can change. But if you're focused on the core principles of yourself as a human being, that's entirely in your control, and that's what you should be focused on.
And that's the important factors. Love, justice, and integrity are three principles, man, that I work hard to exemplify. Men's group, I love my organization and the men and women of my organization, man. Big ups to men's group, because they're out there 10 toes down, working to build union and communication and partnership with people in the community that we don't normally interact with. You know what I'm saying? And that's important, man.
So there's a couple things I want to touch on. I guess a little bit later I want to touch on what a partnership may look like with Community of United Focus and Men's Group. But before I get there, I'd love to know about maybe some of the leaders within the organization and the work that they're doing right now.
Well, you have like Philip Adams, who is the president of Men's Group. Philip has offered out a free day trade class, full class, for any returning citizen. Wow. No matter how many years you've been home or whatever, he will freely, put you through the class. And listen, man, you can get on board right away. Then we have
so let's explain. So day trading, he's referring to the stock market and trading stock options, I believe, right?
Yeah. And
so a potential way to create like an independent source of income.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then we have, of course, our president of Community United Focus, brother Alfonso Evans, and Zoe, we call Alfonso Evans Zoe. Zoe is the president of Community United Focus, and Zoe is one of the few black business jewelers here in the Tidewater area.
The Real Jewelry Company.
Real Jewelry Company, y'all. The Real Jewelry Company. Check them out. Yeah. And this guy is offering free class of entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying, as well as financial literacy. And then we have GMRV, Sam. Sam who's the vice president of Men's Group. He has a class on financial literacy. And then, of course, I have peer recovery specialist. I'm a peer recovery specialist as well as a qualified paraprofessional mental health clinician and mental health first aid clinician. So I do have alcohol and drug programs. I have a 6-step program which I put together. Right now we have Changing Hearts, which is LLC, with Love of Self First with Sister April. And we're working, April Johnson, in which we're working, and she's qualified alcohol and mental health, mental health clinician.
Yeah.
And so she works with NAMI, and so we have a ton of programs. Then we have Sherry, who's the president of co-president with the Women's Auxiliary, and Cy. These two women have extraordinary programs. Cy is also the president of the Valentine Civic League. Sherry has Woman to Woman program. We're so concentrated in the community, and we're really doing the work. Then we have Uncle Willie Brown, who has a food pantry. We do feeding. We feed the community. We have Dominique White with Cupid's Care, who goes out and feeds the community once a month, every Sunday, the last Sunday of the month.
Wow.
We provide job employment. We go out and help you to attain a job. We actually will drive you to the places to go get an interview or whatever. We help you with educational progress. You know what I'm saying? Helping you to select the right place to get your education. These private institutions are not where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? And so we try to help people who especially are returning citizens, people who are going through social ills, and just try to get them on the right track.
Okay, that is number one, a lot of work, and I think you should take a lot of pride in the team, because that is a skillfully packed team. That's awesome.
And we I forgot. And we have Ric Flair.
Ric Flair,
Ric Flair and Rev Grimm both are talented recording and producers, artists in the area. Ric Flair and EF, they provide you with studio time if you're trying to, put something together for the community. Now, we ain't talking about your little hit that you're trying to put together. We're talking about something that you want to actualize in the community. We provide lessons for the mentees, for the youth who would like to learn engineering and producing. We have all of that available. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, again, I wanted to acknowledge that. That's an incredible team. Incredible team. I'd like to touch back on your area of specialty. Actually, let me, I got to clip this real quick.
All right.
I don't know if anyone's watching live, but I only have about 6 minutes at a time on my